Hello everyone, welcome to DIY with ShobuK135. Today I would like to show you two very useful tools which I'll be using for my next videos, upcoming projects related to electricals and electronic stuff. These are very handy tools and many times you might need them as well, because knowing how to use these is a very important life skill nowadays. So let's get to it. First up is the multimeter. Now you might have known different kinds of meters regarding the electricals or electronic projects, like the voltmeter or maybe the current meter, and you might also know how to take the readings from both of these and calculate the resistance and many more. 12th grade physics practicals, remember? So one thing about these separate voltmeter, current meter and calculating the resistance and all that, all these methods are outdated now. Nobody uses them anymore. These have been used ages ago. Now what we've got is one single meter for all these purposes. And what is that? Let's see. So we've got a multimeter. Now whatever voltmeter, ampere meter, current meter or resistance and everything which we had, it's all right in here. See, right here we've got a voltmeter for the DC current, a voltmeter for the DC current. This is the voltmeter for the AC current, alternating current and direct current. You see, alternating current is called alternating because it has two cycles, the positive cycles and the negative cycles, right? So that's what's shown here, this symbol right here. For direct current, we've got this sign, voltmeter right here from 200 millivolts. This is the off position right here. So suppose if we need to measure the voltage of something, we should know about how much approximately the voltage would come, and we set the limits accordingly. So this is 200 millivolts, means it'll take a reading of 0 to 200 millivolts, and then anything more than 200 millivolts would come to here up till 2000 millivolts. Same way for alternating current voltmeter, 200 volts and 750 volts. We know that our homes are supplied with 220 volts electricity in India, and this is the current rating, and this is 10 amperes. That's very high current rating, 10 amperes, and it's marked in red. Right here we've got the resistance, which is marked by the symbol ohm. Right here we've got a diode sign, and this is also a sound. Means if you move the pointer here and touch the two pins, it will create a sound. Means it is working. The multimeter is working. And yes, right here we've got the holes for the pins 1, 2, and 3. This right here always you've got the black pin. You've got two pins in total. The black pin. This is not blue, this is black, supposed to be black. And you've got the red pin and the red pin. So you can see some markings over here. This is the marked as means common. That's usually the voltage, and also this symbol right here shows grounding or earthing. And when it comes to 10 amperes, the red color, 10 amperes, it's very high current. That's why it's marked 10 color. So for that you have to pull out the red pin from here and push it in here. Okay, push it into here. So that's basically it. And of course this is a socket for capacitor. If you need to check the rating, the capacitance rating of your capacitor, you can put your capacitor in here and it will show it right here on the screen. So that's basically it. Now let's get our own multimeter and test it out for ourselves. Let's go. Okay, so I've got here a multimeter, a digital multimeter, and there are some stuff written here, the specifications like DC volt, AC volt, DC current, DC ampere, resistor, diode, buzzer, transistor, temperature, square wave output. Okay, I did a small mistake. It's this thing which I said, it's for transistor, not capacitor. Transistor, you just need to put it in, plug it in, and it will show the reading over here. So let me take out my digital multimeter. Okay, so this is the multimeter and these are the two pins you get along with the multimeter. I'll just set this thing aside. These are the two pins, the red pin and the black pin. Now the black pin always goes here, the common and ground. The red pin either goes here, and for higher current, 10 ampere current, it goes here. So I've got some batteries over here. What do you say we test out the current and voltage of these batteries, huh? Let's go. Okay, so I've plugged in the pins right here, the black pin and the red pin, and let me first show you the buzzer. You just spin the pointer and bring it to here, the buzzer, and then if you touch the two pins on these sides, these end, there will be a sound which shows that the multimeter is working. I'll just show you if I can. Okay, did you hear that? It means the multimeter is working. Now we'll check out the voltages and current of these batteries. So right here we've got a 1.5 volt battery, which we are expecting it to be 1.5 volt. So we set the voltage requirement here. So we'll set the limit to 20 volts. Anything within 20 volts can be measured here. So 20 volts, right, that's the positive end, and this right here is the negative end. So we set the black pin at the negative end and the red pin at the positive end. So let's see what the reading shows here. Okay, almost 1.5, a little more than 1.5, sure, cool. Now we'll check the current. 20 milliamperes. Let's see what it shows. Shows 1. And if we keep it at 200, again 1. Okay, so I guess it's 1 milliampere perhaps. Now we'll check out this one, the 9 volt battery. This is the positive end, small one, and the negative end is right here, the big one. So we'll just set that and check it out. The reading shows, okay, a little more than 9 volts, 9.3 volts, okay, approximately 9 volts. Now let me show you what happens if you reverse these. The black pin at the positive end and the red pin at the negative end, and what we've got, minus 9.32. Okay, the same value, but in negative because it is reversed. Okay, so the last battery right here, the last cell, so let's see what the reading shows. Okay, a little more than 1.5, that means 1.5 volts. Yeah, so that's how we measure using the multimeter.